Hi everyone, I'm Charlie and I'm joined here today by potentially your next new favourite singer, Heidi Barker, based in Darwin, 16-year-old singer-songwriter. Absolutely amazing. Could you talk us through a bit of your music and your new EP?
Yeah, so my new EP, it's got 5 songs, and it's been a project that's lasted a lot longer than you probably think for 5 songs. They're songs that I've written over the last sort of 2 years, but because I recorded them all myself, it's taken a long time to get it all together, but 100% worth it. I'm so glad to have it out, and people are enjoying it so far, which is great.
Yeah, and that one's called The First Rain. Those 5 songs are available on all streaming platforms, I think.
Yeah, on all of them.
Yeah, it's leaning more towards contemporary folk. I am absolutely loving it. It's amazing. And as a teenager myself, I understand exactly how chaotic, dramatic, and ever-changing our daily lives are. In your EP, you discuss a lot of understanding about what home is to you, your frustrations at school, and you've even drawn inspiration from the Arnhem Highway. I love that. Do you remember what inspired you to start immortalizing your stories and your experiences in your music?
Well, when I wrote the songs, I definitely, at the time, never imagined that I would actually be able to release them.
Hmm.
So most of the sharing of these songs that I've done has been just through live performance, which to me, like performing originals, is so much more powerful than performing covers.
Yeah.
Um, but after I started getting more confident and liking the songs more myself and sharing them with my family and sharing with my friends, and everyone seemed to like them, I was like, why not? Why not share them with some more people?
Yeah, and I've seen you've done a bunch of performances in different festivals and events across Darwin, and you even did your own headline show the other week. How much do you enjoy performing and seeing people coming together and listening to your music?
Yeah, I think it's honestly not even about the performing itself. It's just the whole music community. And so many of the performances that I've done have been with the same people and lots of the same audience, which is just really special.
Mm.
But yeah, I really love performing because it makes it all sort of feel complete and worth it. All the songwriting, um, just sharing it with people, it sort of feels like the way to go.
Mm, I love that. And I've heard you're a massive Taylor Swift fan. I also am as well, adore her with my whole heart. And I get major, first Taylor Swift album, the debut album vibes from your EP. Could I ask you what Taylor Swift songs you would associate most with your music, or what have inspired you in your songwriting?
I feel like I give Speak Now vibes.
Ooh, I love
That's
that.
that's
That's my
my favorite
favorite.
album actually, by Taylor Swift. Yay! Um, and I feel like because she was also so young when she wrote that album,
Mm.
I feel like that's one of the most similar styles to my EP. But Taylor Swift, all of it, all of her music has definitely inspired and influenced me because I spend my entire life listening to her.
Yeah. I 100% get that. I've got a massive Taylor Swift poster I'm staring at above my computer right now.
Yeah, I've got a tapestry from the Eras tour hanging up in my room and my calendar as well at the moment.
Yes, I love that so much.
Oh,
And
you're wearing a Taylor Swift shirt as well.
I am. My ear is to a shirt. I've got my little
I missed out. I
VIP
didn't
box.
get one.
Oh no. We drove all the way down to Melbourne to go, which was a 20-hour drive there and back.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I went to Sydney, so
that's so special. Which night of the tour did you go to?
not night two.
Night two. Mine was Melbourne night two. That's so cool. And the Speak Now album is really well renowned for being completely self-written. And it was 18, 19, 20-year-old Taylor Swift self-wrote all those songs, which was insane. How do you go about your songwriting process? Do you write these songs by yourself? Do the lyrics just come to you?
Yeah, all the songs are written entirely by me. And I think a big part of my songwriting process is that I never force it. So it almost is like the lyrics come to me. I wait until I've got a solid idea of what I want to write about, or I just feel inspired, and then it all just comes together. Really, yeah.
I love that. And I would love to ask really quickly, or really long, however much of an answer you'd love to give. What are your favorite things about the Darwin music community and being so young into this community?
There's lots of parts about Darwin where it being so small seems like a disadvantage. But I feel like the music scene, having a small music scene, is actually the best, especially as an emerging musician, because you just get to know everyone and everyone gets to know you. And it's just, I feel like it's so much easier to make connections that can really get you places in Darwin.
Yeah.
And also the youth music scene as well. Every year it just seems to get bigger and better. And I feel like that's a really big part of my music and how it's grown has been the amount of young people in Darwin who are putting themselves out there. And because we all know each other, it's not like sort of separate groups. It's just like this one big happy family.
Yeah, it's so special. The sense of community that like really comes together. That's something I notice up here in Brisbane. Our music scene, even though it is a bit bigger than what you would have in Darwin, everyone is so close together, so interconnected. It is so special to see.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you work a lot with a lot of other young artists. Is there any of your favorite acts in Darwin you'd love to give a shout out to? Whether it's your fellow young artists, any inspirations?
There's a band, Elusive. I want to give them a shout out because their music is so awesome. And at their gigs, they've been playing a mix of originals and covers, and their originals are so great. And I think they're planning on recording them. So I just want to say, go Elusive, and I hope that I can listen to your music next year.
That's so exciting. I love like up-and-coming artists supporting fellow up-and-coming artists. With your EP, I would love to ask what your favorite song is, or one of your favorites. And could you maybe tell us a story about your mindset while you were writing it, or some of your favorite lyrics in the song?
Oh, it's a tough one because I don't really have a favorite on the EP. They're all like my favorites and like my little babies, because that's why they're on the EP. It was so hard to pick just 5.
Rearview Mirror was my favorite.
Rearview Mirror, yeah, because you talked about the Arnhem Highway before.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably honestly the most simple one to talk about, because I was literally in the car and I was like looking at the side view mirror. And at the time I didn't know that it was called the side view mirror, not the rear view mirror. So actually this song should technically be called Side View Mirror, but once I realized, I thought rear view mirror sounded better anyway, so I just kept it. But yeah, I was in the car, I think it was with my whole family, and we were driving to Kakadu, which is National Park in the NT, for the weekend, and it was sunset, and I just remember looking in the side view / rear view mirror, and I could see the sun setting, and it was just beautiful. And there's no reception or anything, and I just felt so free from life and school and everything in that moment, which doesn't happen very often at this time in my life with so much going on. And I don't think I started writing the song then, but I definitely had that inspiration that I was talking about before. I was like, I need to write a song about this. And it's actually the only song that I wrote, started writing at least, in like a sort of workshop condition, because I was doing a songwriting workshop with the NT Music School for a competition that they were running, uncovered songwriting competition, and they gave us a bunch of ideas on how to start writing a song. So I thought I'd try something that I hadn't before, and I just got a notebook out, and for 10 minutes I just wrote down like any words or phrases that came to my mind about this particular experience. And then later I put them all together in a song, and that's how Rearview Mirror was born.
I love that. And honestly, that's so real. I remember like you think of something like, this is so poetic, and then you look up like, oh, that actually wasn't the rear view mirror, that was the side view mirror. But no, that's so cool, and such a special little hidden moment behind the song. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining us today. And for anyone who missed that at the start, this is Heidi Barker, first EP out on all streaming services now. Make sure you get around it. If you're ever in Darwin, make sure you check her out and head along to one of her shows.
Yeah, I'm actually moving to Tassie in like 2 weeks, so
Oh my
check me
gosh.
out in Tassie.
I
Not
take
here.
all of that back. Check her out in Tassie. That is amazing. Well, congratulations on finishing the school year. You finished the school year?
Yeah,
Yes. And good luck with your move as well.
thank you. Thanks for the interview.
Yes, thank you.